Hi guys, my name is Meats. This is going to be a review for Good Smile Arms, and this is the full Ashen model Chamber. And Chamber is from the anime Gargantia on the Verdurous Planet, or Susway no Gargantia. A really cool sci-fi team anime. It's where humans went to space to fight off this aliens called Hideos, and they're kind of like squid-like, and they're endangering humanity basically. And there's more into it. I don't want to say any spoilers, but it's a cool anime to watch. I highly recommend getting into it. Right, so this is a really cool, interesting design, and it's actually sculpted by Sentinel. Interesting. And I think this is one of their first take on making a robot, or I could be wrong. They probably made a robot before, but Good Smile Company has always been making Figmas. And now they're making anime mechs. That's really cool. Showing, it's a big box. On the back side here, it kind of gives you an idea of what you can, or different weapon sets here. Really cool. Yep. And just the top. It's a windowed box. Alright, let's take a look inside. I also want to show the backdrop on this box. It's all the ships where he stayed at when it was at Earth, I believe. Really nice background. Alright, let's start with the base, and the base is kind of lackluster. There's not much into it. Just get this square. And get this connection part here. Let's see. Oh, it says made in China with some characters that I cannot read. Kind of wish there's more to it. And there's this connection point here. And you do have screws in there. I already loosened it. Just makes it a little easier for later on when moving it. So make sure you loosen it before you start moving, else it's gonna scrape off inside. Right, so that's pretty much it for the base. And you do have an instruction booklet of how to put everything together. It's actually kind of just straightforward. I just want to show this a little bit of segment. So when you're getting out of the package, they have this plastic that is static. And this is to protect there goes the hand. The paint. Just getting that delivered. Actually, it's probably good to save this. Just leave it on the packaging. But you get on the arm, and as well as the side binders here. Alright, so first thing, it does stand on its own, which is great. This feet here, it's kind of small, but well, he doesn't really need big feet since it's mostly on space. And I think he's incorporating some kind of anti-gravity, so yeah. Really cool design. I really like it. Very unique. And I'm really happy that they made a chamber figure. I was actually looking for one, and when I was watching the show, kind of curious who's gonna have a take on designing this. Really nice. Anyways, let's go over articulation. Alright, so first off, as well as looking at the details, we have that really nicely painted metallic green eyes. Really cool. Then you do have the cockpit here, which we'll go in a bit. There's actually a little bit more inside. So we can move down, up, left to right. Great articulation. And you have the shoulder joint here, which I believe is in a ball joint. And you got this little things here. You can actually take this out. Oh, maybe this one. It's in a straight bag, and be careful when you move this around. You don't want to snap that little peg. And you get the shoulder joint here, which is on a hinge, which can really extend out there. And you have this bicycle swivel here. And I think it's a double jointed elbow. There's a joint there, there's another joint, or triple jointed elbow. Ah, first time I've seen that. Very well jointed. And there are little details here and there, which is really nice. Yep. And let's see. I don't think any of the panels here move, just a part of the design. Same thing on the back. Oh, there goes the midsection joint. Okay. Good to know. It's actually my first time opening this. I've had a chance to play around with it, although I did kind of swap out the weapons in a bit. So we get that, so aside from that midsection joint, you also have the waist. And you get this little part here that wobbles a little bit. It's just probably connected on a ball joint as well. Huh, interesting. Moving down, you have the hips. And likewise, you get that ball joint system there. Then you get this side binders here. I'm not quite sure what they are for. It might be... I'm not really sure. It's probably his weapons or some kind of fuel. Yeah. But it's there. Then you have his thrusters here. I don't think from the show it folds. It's kind of like the flaps to protect the other legs. Alright, so let's see where I left off. And getting back to get the knee bend here. Got that really nice vents there. And oh, okay, interesting. So there's a couple of things that shifts when you bend the knees. Top part bends also, really cool. And there's quite a bit of articulation there. Really nice. Yep. And moving down, we have the heels here, which you can point downward. It's actually in a separate joint. Gotta find this a little too plain. Just that section over there. I mean, you see a bit of the pins to hold the peg. Yeah, just a little plain for my liking. Then you have the toes, which you can point forward. It's on a ball joint. And you also have the heels here. And I think that's about it. Other than that, it has really great details. All these decals they've added on. Really nice. And I think, yeah, for the most part, that's the articulation there. Alright, so let's go over the gimmicks and accessories. Right, so first off is the cockpit, which right here. You can actually remove the whole thing out. And let's put down chamber. And this one, you kind of just have to pry it out. There we go. Some interesting hinge there. And you actually get this little piece right here, which I thought it was the pallet, but no, it's not. It's actually the chair. And getting it on there is a little tricky, but you put it on there somehow. Have to fix it. Then you also, there's a little piece here. I thought that was broken inside the little plastic where this they put it together, but this is kind of like the front part, kind of like the console, or not really console, but some kind of controls. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and try to put everything together and have a better shot. Alright, I managed to put everything in there. You might need some tweezers or something to help you put it in there, but it's not too bad. So you got this little piece here in front. Ah, interesting. Kind of wish I have a little palette to put it in there, a Lido, but that might be a little more troublesome to put also. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and close this, and push it back, and put it back to chamber. Alright, so next part will be moving or connecting to the Ashen base. So to do so, we get this little part here and you gotta pry it out. I think I had a little difficulty taking this out, and you want to be a little careful not to chip off the paint, so you will do it from the top and from the bottom. And I get to the point where I was able to wiggle it side to side. It's not one of those well-made panel, but it's actually a straight peg, and just give it a little patience and you're able to pull it out. There you go. And put it aside, save that piece, grab your Ashen base, and it's just straight pegs in there. And there we go. Alright. Right, so next part are the hands. Are very deep, bro. You already have the closed fist there. You get a variety. Other than that, you get a pair of these hands here. It's nicely sculpted. Got white tips. Even painted the blue things on the back hand. It's nice. So you get a pair of that. You also have another pair which a little bit more relaxed. It's interesting they give you two open hands. Aside from that, you have a pair for holding his spear. And you also have a pair for holding his rifle, as well as actually there's just two guns, like a Gatling gun and a rifle. Now, one thing I also found that usually you would pop off the hand off the ball joint, but this one comes with a ball joint and on a straight peg. This is actually really nice. I like this design. I think it's more secure having the straight peg. And I believe they did this since you can't really have a little peg on here, and that will probably lead to breakage. I'm really happy they went an extra and provided all those ball joints. Alright, so before we get to the weapons, there's also another add-on here. And you gotta have this, I'm not sure if these are missiles or some kind of I'm not too sure what kind of weaponry this is. It kind of looks like missiles to me. So actually it goes this way. This just goes on the, I have to look at which one is the back side or the front side. Let me go check real quick. Alright, I think I'm just gonna go with this one, although I kind of like the design on this one too. Anyways, to put this on, you gotta remove this part here. And it is actually two halves. And we're just gonna clamp it on the shin here. There we go. And we're gonna put this back on here. There we go. You know what? I'm just gonna go with this. I like that design more. And I'll move on to the next one. Same thing. Pop this out. That's actually an interesting way of putting it on. And there we go. But I think Chamber uses lasers, which is scattered all over his body. He's a very deadly robot. Actually, there is a name for them. Let me just quickly look. Machine calibers. There we go. That's the proper term. There's actually different types of them, and it's kind of like the mass-produced soldier type. Alright, so other than that, there's actually another gimmick before we get to the weapons. So for a way the machine calibers move around, they use anti-gravity wells. So there's actually this effect part, which is really cool. It's kind of like a rubber feel to it, and you get 3 of them, and then you get this nice clear stand on the back. And you get this piece here, which basically is this part here. So I guess this is the anti-gravity generator on the back here. So we're just gonna pop it out, and just gotta wiggle it. And I'm almost got it out. There we go. Take off that piece, put this on here. There we go. And we adjust it from here because this one doesn't move anymore. And there we go. We got the chamber. Just adjust my camera. We got the halo effect. So basically, this thing will kind of pull him up. It's kind of this anti-gravity thing. Really cool. And I don't think you can adjust anything other than the hinge on this thing. So, I mean, well, you can have it this way. Oh, actually, you can move this way too. So you can have it like it's propelling him from the back. Although that's gonna pull him from the back. Either way. So that gives you that option. Moving on, weapons. So the first one, we got this really nice rifle here. It's really flat too. They painted the blade here. Nice. To put, and I believe they put this on his right. And you got one of those hands here. I don't think you can. You gotta feel this around and try to put it on. It's always the challenging part. But almost there. See, I'm not sure if they used this one or the other one, but that works for me. It also has this little tab inside the hand, which kind of force against that handle and gives it a more secure fit. That's cool. And let's put this on here. Let's take this out, and there we go. Oh, there's even holes there. Really nice weapon. Next part. This one kind of looks like a flamethrower, but this is actually the ammo drum, and it's a Gatling gun. I'm trying to find if this barrel actually moves. It does not. But you get the ammo clip here, and you have this strap here, which I believe is you can take it out, and it goes on his hand. But I think we can just put it on, slide his hand through, and grab this. Let's grab, let's see. So grab this one, put it on. Another challenging thing to do. Yeah, one of the problem is, well, a good thing it's rubber, but getting the thumb there. There we go. Alright, wasn't too bad. And just gotta slide through it. Take this out. And there we go. And I think my stand, yeah, thought I have to tighten it, but there you go. It's fully loaded. Got a rifle and a Gatling gun on the other hand. Yeah, this is looking really cool right here. Fully loaded chamber. And there's also one more weapon, which is quite interesting. And let's go over that. Alright, so this is a very interesting weapon. It's like a spear, really long, got some nice details there. Even this handle part here. It has some weight on it, especially when it just you get really a skinny stick here, or the handle. But yeah, the details on this really nice, and I might even be able to shoot from here. Can't quite remember from the show, but I believe he did use this. Really nice. I guess you probably use this to against the Hideos, where it's like a harpoon basically. Really nice. Alright, to put this on, we're gonna be using the other hands, and this one here. So this one does have the part there, or the palm, where it kind of holds the handle. I'm not sure if you understand what I'm trying to say, but it's not flat basically. Kind of like how there's a little tab there too. So to put this on, I guess it goes this way, and we're gonna push that in. I think there we go. This little thing goes in further, and something like this, I guess. Yeah. And let's put this on. More than likely, you're probably gonna use the other hand to dual wield it, but let's see if we can hold it with one hand. And he does. This is looking really amazing. Really amazing. I like this. It's kind of hard to decide if I want to have him hold this or dual wield with the rifle and the Gatling gun, but I'll probably stick with this one. Just that spear is very imposing. Really, really cool. Alright, and I just kind of wiggle him around. Yeah, really nice. Now, question is, how much is this guy? Where can you get it? I believe you can get it in a couple of online stores. I got mine from AmiAmi, and you can also, I'm not sure if you can still get it from the web store for Good Small. I think the pre-orders are already over, but I'm pretty sure you can still get this around. Reason being, it is expensive. This guy is about, well, it's listed as roughly around 19,000 yen, and it's about 190, but with the exchange rate right now in favor of the US dollar, probably it's around 160. And but you still have to consider shipping, so it'll probably run you around still 180 or 190. Would I recommend getting this? Definitely, if you have the budget for it. This is really nice. And is it worth that much? It's kind of hard to say lately. There's a lot of figures out there, and the prices are going up. Just in terms of collectibles. Yeah, it's crazy. But for all the details I can see on this one, I think it's worth it. I kind of wish I could pay a little bit less. I think for something like this, probably around less than 150, not close to 200, maybe 120. That'll be my ideal for all this stuff. But considering this is the first one and it's a really unique design, and I'm really glad how they pull it off. I didn't see any flaws on this one. I'm really satisfied. Yeah, I think it's well worth it. But of course, again, if you can get it on a clearance, I'm not really sure how much or how good the demand on this one is. But I really like it, and hopefully for those who are able to get this one, that you should get it. I definitely recommend getting it, and it's a really nice figure. Anyways, enough of that rambling. I think that's pretty much it for the review. If you have any questions, let me know. And that's about it. So until then, this is Meads. Thanks for watching.